Chapter 4. There was a beautiful, majestic waterfall just beyond the forest, where some peasants were swimming and playing. One of them went underneath the waterfall and started drinking from it. The water was pure, so it was drinkable. The water came down from the mountains of the far. Not knowing the giants had declared war, one giant upstream started urinating on the river, so the water turned yellow-brown. The peasants downstream drank it without knowing it was drinking piss water. One peasant spits out what he could and said, "Bloody water tastes like piss." Then from the top, a giant leaps out from the top of the waterfall to the lake below. Suddenly, the giant emerged from the lake, and soon other giants leaped into the lake, one after the other, hundreds of giants. The peasants began to run and scream, terrified. One giant grabs a human and starts to eat him alive. Then another and another. The giants are grabbing humans everywhere and eating them alive. It is a terrifying scene. Many humans made it to their terrified horses and galloped all the way to the castle. As they arrived to the gates of the castle, they began to scream, "The giants are here! The giants are coming!" Slowly, the giants make their way to the kingdom. The king's army was ready. The king was standing in front of his army. He gave out a powerful speech to motivate his troops. "My brave men, my knights, today I come to you, not as your king, but as a brother in arms." The king took out his small blade and cuts his hand, drawing blood. As he closed his fist, the blood hit the ground. Then he says, "As my blood covers this spot, and so it covers this land, your land, land of your families, land of your homes, land of your ancestors. This is our sacred land. These beasts from the fallen deep will not be victorious. We will stop them dead. We will not give up our land. We will not give up our lives. Death to the giants. Commanders, take charge of your legions. Archers, aim for their eyes. Take your positions." As they prepared for the battle, hundreds of giants already reached some villages, killing everything in their path. Some humans fought back, but were no match for the power of the giants. One after another, the villagers fall. The giant's powerful jaws slit through the human's flesh like a ravaging tornado, consuming anything and everything in its path. Hundreds of giants now unleashed once again. Mogo was a 34-foot giant beast that had long red hair, 6 fingers in each hand, and muscles protruding everywhere. He was a scary sight to see indeed. He was the first giant to reach a village on the way to the great kingdom. Villagers running for their lives, women and children, horses, cows, dogs were all running for their lives. For Mogo was not merciful. He was known as one of the bravest, scariest, and meanest, most brutal giants, having lived for almost 200 years. Although it is true that Mogo's brutality against his own giants is well known, but even with his great strength and thirst for blood, He was no match for Gur, the king of the giants. Most of the men stayed behind to fight off Mogo. Some had swords, others had arrows, and some had spears. However, panic set in as Mogo got closer. Some threw their spears, but they just bounced off Mogo's hard body.